Well, hey everyone. I got a lap climber. A little huggy buggy. I'm trying to read a journal. How am I supposed to read the journal? Have you ever seen a dog this huggy? Frankie was never much of a love bug, so this is a nice change. Comes up, gives a little hug, and goes about her business. Now my journals changed over the years. I would write in a lot of little notebooks that you've seen, and then a lot of these big 5-subject notebooks, and then various other ones. But these have been my favorite. Alrighty, time for a little journal reading. This is November 4th, 1983, the camp. That's this camp right here. And it's so cool that this is home now. I'm reading this stuff, and now I followed through with all of those dreams, and this is home. Not much can compare to that, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. I came up this afternoon and found that Dad and Ray and Brian were already here. A nice surprise. The first one to arrive always has the job of kindling the stoves and warming up the camp, which is usually me. So it was a nice change to find the place warm and cozy when I arrived. On the way up, I stopped in to check on my cabin and was happy to find everything secure. A few dead mice in my traps, but not as many as I was hoping for. I'm planning on hunting there next weekend with Roger and looking forward to it. John was supposed to come up today, but never showed. I wonder if the bitch gave him too much flack about having a few days for himself. I don't know what her problem is or why he stays with her. He certainly missed out on a heck of a feed. The food and booze that we went through here at the camp, oh my God. But the times up here, oh, I'll tell you about it in the end. All right. Dad cooked several skewers of his bulgogi on the charcoal while a dozen or so potatoes baked in the old Glenwood. Bulgogi, baked potatoes, peas and carrots, and 4 different kinds of pie. It's nearly bedtime and I'm still stuffed. The dishes are done. The stove is stoked for the night, and everyone's preparing for bed. I'll be doing the same when I finish writing this. Nice to be back at the camp. November 5th, 11:20 a.m. Breakfast was another great feed. Lots of eggs, 2 different kinds of sausage, toast, fried potatoes, and gallons of coffee. I love those leftover potatoes fried with onions like that. I think I'll throw another dozen or so in the oven today. It's like we had that old Glenwood stove here, and like I said, you're heating the place, the oven's hot, threw in potatoes, oh, they were great. Then you have the leftover potatoes and you can make, potato salad, or just reheat them and have them the way they are. Quick pan fries, oh, it was great. We had it going on. We had lousy lighting, the camp was a dump, but we still had it going on. All right, it was a mix of rain and snow this morning when I got up. Dad and Ray stayed in. Ray asked if I could take Brian out with me, so I did. The forest floor was soft and silent, making perfect conditions for stalking, but trying to do so with a 13-year-old at my heels would have been frustrating. Brian, that's the Brian that you see in my hunting videos last year, okay? That's the same Brian. We took a stand at the top of the ravine but saw nothing. All we got was soaked. I'm going to have some lunch and try to squeeze in a nap before I hunt this evening. I hope it stops raining." Then I didn't write until 1 p.m., November 6th. I hunted for a few hours yesterday evening, but saw nothing. I heard a few twigs snap, but it was too foggy to see what it was. John was here when I came back to the camp, and it's good that he got away and was able to join us. He needs more laughter in his life, and there's no shortage of that here. That's for sure. This morning I hunted alone. I crept along the top of the ravine heading north, alternating from stalking to standing. When I reached the stone wall heading east, I followed that down to the brook, and then snuck along the brook bank heading south. I didn't see any deer, but found some really hot sign. I'm anxious to hunt this spot again, and find myself torn between hunting at the cabin next weekend or coming back here. Maybe when John goes to town tonight to call his wife, I'll tag along and call Roger. If I can get him to come up tonight, then we'll hunt that spot in the morning. I feel we could do really good down there. Yeah, we didn't know cell phones back then, so to touch base with home, it was a trip to town. Plugging the quarters into the phone booth. Remember that? A different world now, huh? All right. Well, Dad just took a poll for supper tonight, chicken legs or spaghetti, and spaghetti won the vote. I'll make garlic bread out of some of those sub rolls, and we'll have another big feed tonight. Here we go again. Now, hunting season was the highlight of the year for everyone involved. We would come up here, eat like a king, and drink like a fish. Some would play cards, Dad and Ray would play cribbage, we would throw darts, drink beer, tell dirty jokes. This was a total man cave, lots of fun. Never got a deer. The only deer I ever saw hanging here was mine the following year, and then it was mine the year after that, and then it was mine and Brian's, and Brian and I ended up with a good system together, and we put food on the table, let me tell you what. Yeah. Now this place, it was a dump. We had poor lighting, really, it was a shithole, pardon my French, but it was. Worst looking camp on the road, riddled with mice, but it was a good escape just to come up here, be in the woods, and just have fun. And you'd be coming up the road, and all the hunting camps had a bunch of vehicles parked there, and it was just a happy time for everyone up here. Yeah. It's changed a lot since then. The woods are a mess. A lot of the scenery is kind of depressing. It's not like it was, so I'm very glad that I was able to enjoy it in its prime while I could. Because nothing lasts forever, like I said. Yeah. So, that's it for now. Another episode of A Life of Chasing Dreams. And all the best to you folks, and God bless.